What's up, guys? It's me, Mike G, here again. And quick video here, answer some questions. And like I said, I can't answer on my iPhone because it's weird. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good. First week is done with. After a little small mishap, I think I read the schedule wrong, so I ended up delivering pretty late. Had to back up in a pretty impossible place. You know, like you go to a parking lot or whatever, they have those little tree foundation things on the bottom, and it's like usually like a diamond shape or square or whatever. Yeah, they put those there for a reason. They put them there so trucks can't park in there or trucks can't maneuver in there. Just imagine if they didn't have any of those, trucks would be parking in there, motorhomes would be able to get in there, and people would spend the night in that parking lot. So they're trying to prevent people from doing that. So they put those tree planters. Yeah, it's nice. It provides shade for the cars and the customers, but for trucks, no. And I had to back up a 53-footer through that, and I had to ask the person. I'm like, how'd the other drivers do it? How'd the other drivers back up? And like, oh, they came from this side. So I was running around the parking lot. People were like looking at me all weird, like, what's this guy running around the parking lot for? I noticed there was a couple bushes runned over. So I was like, yes, I get to run over some bushes. But anyways, I finally got it in, and but yeah, yesterday was very eventful. I was kind of stressed out. I kind of ran the clock again. Only had a couple minutes left after coming from the loader. Thankfully, my DBL or my manager let me called the place to get me loaded early. Because if I actually went in at my appointment time, I would have ran out of hours at the dock. And so I had like maybe 30 minutes to find a parking spot. And there's a small truck stop with like 5 or 6 spaces. I'm like, maybe I pre-planned the loop. Like if I went around one way, I could just take one quick look at this truck stop to see if there's any spaces. If not, then I'll just go around this other way and I'll park on the side of this place as the last resort. There's no space, so I ended up parking next to this railroad track on the side of the road. And first it was really noisy, lots of trucks, lots of cars. But once it came around like 10 o'clock, it calmed down really. It got quiet fast, and I fell asleep pretty quick too. Also, it was right next to train tracks, and the Amtrak kept passing by. And I know like Amtrak schedules kind of, because I used to ride the Amtrak every once in a while. So their last train usually goes through after like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and no later than that, and they're done for the day. So I was pretty cool. I fell asleep and woke up, had to do the drop at the Walmart DC in Fontana again. Made it on time early, and I call today a pull through day because I have no trouble backing up. I mean I do, but then I don't, because the technique I've taught was my tractor kind of has a swing wide. I haven't really mastered tight docking yet. I'm kind of scared of like scraping the front end up against trailers and stuff like that. It's just I have to cut it real close. But the way I was entering, when I dock it's good. I have a good entrance, and I'm backing up. The pivot point's all set up. It's just I don't know how to shave it down to where it's minimal. Where it looks like you're about to hit, but you're not. And it's hard to do with with this truck and being a rookie, and only through time and experience then I could be able to do it. But right now, it was funny because I looped around. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this all over again. And I saw a perfect pull in. I'm like, I'm cheating today. And I just pulled right in and dropped off the trailer. Smooth, go through the shipper's office, did some workflow stuff on the computer, and headed on out to pick up an empty over at General Mills. And I never seen so much cereal in my life. Just cereal stacked up to the ceiling. It's not even a factory. It's just a warehouse of just cereal, and it's pretty ridiculous. picked up the empty, and these people made me late. Okay, I signed out, I got the empty trailer, you know, I slid the tandems back to the 5th hole. I'm sitting there at the gate, honk the horn. You know, 5 minutes later, I'm like, dude, I gotta get going. So I go down there, push the button to the intercom, nothing. So I get back in the truck, I honk the horn. 15 minutes I was sitting there for them just to open the gate. And I went back down, go over to the little intercom, I'm like, hey, can you open the gate? The gate starts open. I'm like, maybe I should have tried that the first time. I guess the couple honks and me on the video camera, you know, going back and forth trying to exit, it's not enough. I have to honk the horn. But after that, I went over to a beverage place. They make the off-brand beverages. You know, you go down to, you know, Walmart, Save Mart, and you got these generic brands of, you know, brand names like Coca-Cola and stuff like that. But they got like colas or something like that. Yeah, I went there and they got a lot of soda, and they actually loaded me within an hour and a half, which isn't too bad. So I ended up taking a nap and I caught myself snoring. But every time I do a live load now, I don't even like try to stay up or like anticipate. I think that's a new rookie type of thing. You're trying to, you have anxiety like waiting for that light to turn green. You're like, oh, nah. But anyways, yeah, and made my way out to the Fontana OC. Haven't been there in so long. I'm looking at the car just sitting there. I'm like, poor car. It feels so long since I've driven you. And filled up the truck and picked up I actually dropped the relay, filled up the truck, and then picked up the relay load I was supposed to take. And first they said it was like 42,000 pounds, and then I looked at it, and I'm like, man, there's no weight sheet or scale sheet from the previous driver. And so I ended up just basically going across. First I got some warm food, and then I went across the street to scale the truck. And the load's like only 15,000 pounds. I was so happy. I'm like, my first load where I could actually go up the grapevine without struggling. And yes, indeed, it was a lot of fun. And now I'm here over at Lost Hills. I've been to this truck stop like literally like 3 or 4 times. I don't know why. I think I just grown attached to it. Took a shower. Now I'm here in the back of the sleeper, ready to get my 10 on, or my 7 or my 8 hours left or what of my 10. But yeah, answer some questions here. How long did it take me to finish my truck school? 2 months. It's a self-paced program. If you have some questions about it, just go and call Toro and find out yourself. But you know about it. You saw my video, so blah blah blah. How long did it take me to find a job? Well, I applied to several different places: Swift, May Trucking, JB Hunt. I went on bestdrivingjobs.com, filled out like a generic application, and all these places started sending me requests for me to fill out applications, so I filled out different applications. The first couple calls I got, they actually required at least 2 years of experience. Those people were like Knight, Martin, Conway, several different companies. They required at least 2 years of experience for me to actually even be considered or even join. But you know, Western Express gave me a call, Swift gave me a call, Schneider gave me a call, and what was bugging me is because, you know, I kept having to call them back. So I think I was more appealed to Schneider only because it was like I was talking to a human most of the time. All the other ones are like, oh, just email me this and blah blah blah, and I didn't really talk to anyone, so it was like this huge disconnect. So within 2 weeks, I found the job for driving. So the span is even shorter if you have something lined up already or you're aiming for something. I was actually out there I was actually trying to find something. So I preferred local, but a lot of the places require experience. That's how it is. Trucking insurance is high. They can't just get someone with a CDL with only, you know, a month of experience under insurance, it's gonna be way too much, and you know they don't know how you drive. So yeah. Anyways, I'm running regional. I'm not running 48 states. I'm only running the 11 western states, and so far I've only been in Oregon and California. In Nevada, I actually like went through Nevada for like maybe a couple hours and went back into California, and that's about it. 11 western. It's their regional regional side, so it's pretty cool. I like it. I was actually talking to an intermodal guy. They run the truck rail, or they call it yeah, that's what they call it here in Schneider. They call it truck rail. Where the guys from the switch yards, from Union Pacific and BNSF, the train companies, they grab the big old intermodal containers. It's just like the docks, and they just bring it to customers. They don't get paid by the mile. They get paid hourly, because they don't make enough. They don't run enough miles to even, you know, put a dent on making a good paycheck out of a mile pay. So the guy's like, you need at least 6 months of experience, and you could see what you could do, man. I'm like, cool. That's what I actually want to do. Is I want to do intermodal. You know, as much as OTR is, it's cool, but I hate being away from home. I'm 2 weeks out, 2 days in. So you could tell right away that it's, you know, home time is very minimal as far as you being a rookie on the road. But other than that, I think I've answered mostly everyone's questions. If I didn't answer the questions, you could comment them on the bottom, but I can't respond to them. It's like I try to push that reply button and nothing happens. So shoot me a message, like via like, you know, like a personal message, and those I could respond to. So anyways, guys, God bless, take care. Hopefully I get a laptop for Christmas so I could like actually edit these things. I'm tired of just doing these raw video files. I'll try to keep them as low profile as what I'm doing right now, but I would like to add an intro or something, you know what I mean? But anyways, guys, take care again. You have a nice night. Wop. Oh, it's still recording. I need to do that again. Wop.